got to turn that music off before I get to the point where I actually do things. Hello! Hey! You're here at time. Well, I shouldn't be here, so that's a good thing. Hi. Okay, so I like Disco Elysium a lot, so I thought I'd just play some more of it. So, before I start, I should actually point out a thing. I got copyright strikes on, well, not strikes. I got warnings on my YouTube VODs because turns out that this is a real song that they just put a sample of. So I've been deliberately playing it to you all during the intro just so you can know that this exists. British Sea Power, Red Rock Riviera, because it's a really good song and it goes way further than the game actually uses it. It's I think it might be a deliberate metaphor, actually, that you start off just sort of seeing the surface, and then you get, if you find the actual song, you find this whole other layer of stuff. That's really cool. Also, all the comments on this video are just, Disco Elysium jokes. Anyway, why are you on All-Stars and not Cloudbot? No, it is on Cloudbot. Okay, whatever. All good. Everything's working. We're all fine. How's everyone doing? Because if you didn't miss much last time, I did. Disco Elysium, I did not get that far with. I don't have an identity. I've got a thingy. It's all good. It'll be fine, right? Also, I've got to make sure it's actually playing to Streamlabs because last time I had to do a trick to get it to work in full screen. So I will have to do that again in a second, probably. Also, yeah. Go into windowed mode. Go into full screen mode. Is it capturing now? Yes, it is. I'm not sure quite why that happens, but sure. Okay, I'm fairly sure I did a hard save right before I quit, right? Harbour Day 1. Yeah, literally a few seconds apart. I guess the autosave's quite aggressive, actually. But, I'm very much... I've been enjoying this a lot, so... Let's get back to it. I still don't know my character's name, even though I do, because I've watched other people play parts of this. Every worker, every member equals member of the board is written on the top of the flyers. Below the flyers, the union logo and demand democracy. This is a Dewey-type typewriter. The model name is on the back. Oh yes, and for people who only just got here, basically what happened the last few times, the last time on Disco Elysium, my brain broke. If my brain goes, I might swap to Dead by Daylight later on, for the record, because that's the other game I'm obsessed with and really want to play, but less so. A Blem. I only recently discovered where Blem actually comes from, and it's... Stand office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. Ooh, I can rob. On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers. It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this. Let's open it. Sure. They're just leaving it around. Where's... Oh, no, yeah, So I stole Blem from Lucky Bun streams because I liked the idea of having a chat command that you could just spam, essentially. Turns out that it came from a game they were playing where where there's just this creature that attacks Yoshi all the time. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I punched him out. Oh yeah. I should actually show you the best bit of last stream quick, now I think about it. I hope this doesn't break the capture too bad, but I did take a Twitch clip. So I should, hopefully, assuming my channel is muted... Yeah, thank goodness. Hopefully I'll be able to access my clips. Come on. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh, jeez. Uh, I believe I saved it as... Oh, no, yeah, I also went back and get some clips in the... And then all the clips broke horribly, and it created 3 of each of them. I labelled it as Punch Time 2 Electric Failure Lou, because I'm like this. Someone clip this so my girlfriend can see it when I punch him out. Oh, it's on 2 times speed, sorry. Try the ID. I know it's not going to work. That's an editing thing. Man looks at you, silently moves, eyes burrowed into the reverence of your soul. You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the phonetically impaired can see this. Gave you a chance, buddy. Fuck. So part 1 didn't go so well. Again. Yeah,
this is what happens when you encourage him to punch.
Your fist locked in his hand. He's twisting it. Another fit of criminal rage. The present on Yura, already broken hands, become unbearable. Who are you, in your own words?
I forgot.
I pronounced the typo. Endurance. You did something on your chest, an unnatural pressure, expending left arm on your jaw. So this went bad. And then I came back from the dead, and I kind of just, come on, please don't break on me. In the distance, the sound of the harbour of falling silent, gasping for air, Okay, getting to the bit where I actually punched. Well, I should have made this 2 clips, really. Anyway, I punched him successfully in the face. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sound of the harbour of falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound, a trickle of blood appears in the man's lip. What should I do? Look. So, of course, back up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. I did this. And then I pressed the button. And I said, a dull thump like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he strode aside to keep head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button. Welcome to Revachol? Fuck no. Disco Inferno. Press the button. As you slam your fist in the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolled. Yeah. And that opens the door. And then I just walked in, basically. I hope capture's still working. Most of the city project. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Yeah, I'm increasingly... I recently decided that even if I have issues with CD Projekt Red and especially the management behind their games, I was going to yet again sign up for the GOG newsletters just because it's potential free games. Their email marketing is the most obnoxious of any game company I've had to deal with. And maybe it's just because I started the day that there was a flipping sale, but it annoys me. They try really hard to make themselves to be the sort of friendly game company that's on the consumer side, and yet they completely fuck over their workers and stuff. God. Sorry. I've been Zoe'd 3 times by Joe. Hi, Joe. I'm robbing. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world. From Monday, Grad, and even Elysium. That's pronunciation. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed amongst the major districts where imports are being sold. Ugh. God, the PR. I feel. I would not want to work in PR and advertising. I kind of have to because I'm an indie. But, oh yes, anything interesting? It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Oh, I can't. I have to try. Oh shit! 666! Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember Leo. Everett's shoes, special whirling bush, water Everett's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. Oh shit, really? Already? Is Donkey Kong working? Yes, he is. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, that reminded me I forgot to actually turn on my stream chat. There we go. Blem, you blem. This blem you rap. Blem. Okay. Woo Kong, god damn it. Leader of the blem. You woo him well. I've lost track. To woo blem. Blem? I blem woo, blem woo, blem. I think you've broken it. All items on this list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumb. Turn to the lieutenant. Look, Kim, a to-do note with the list of errands for Everett. Probably. Herr de Boisie inspects the note. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here. Blem. Kim does not enjoy. Kim refuses to DK rap. Take this thing. Donkey Kong steals postcards. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade. Dab. You can't see it, but I do, Dad. These baggers are already fully renovated. The hillside for life. Oh my god. The Donkey Kong rap apparently does not get me in trouble. But then this video is already going to get me in trouble for the music I played, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Also, the thing with, there's two risks when playing copyrighted music stuff. There's there's YouTube, and there's getting VOD muted. The VOD got muted for some Silent Hill music, on my Dead by Daylight stream, which would be fine because it's just losing the intro music for the most part. But I also decided to mute up until partway through the tutorial to be safe, so I lost a chunk of the actual stream that mattered. Bye, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has not set off any flags yet. The music from this game has gotten caught by YouTube, which means that my video gets advertised. That means my video gets adverts put on it, despite the fact that they didn't. Look at this postcard, everyone. Look at this postcard. Look at this. Oh no, who's that? It's Donkey Kong! What are you doing here? But yeah, that song from this game puts adverts on the YouTube one, which annoys me because I don't like that anyone is making money off those. That, to be fair, with that particular song, it's such a bloody good song that I kind of don't care as much. But it is annoying that it's in a game, and it's getting bad still, but... Oh, thank God, I won't die now. Oh, shit. Huh. These were stuffed away in the dock workers' union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eye. Good for staring down sunlight too. So this is going to boost my little groovy baby. I'm sad that it lowers my drama though. Honestly, I like being dramatic. So I may take these off before I do anything that isn't a crime scene investigation. Ooh, and push off the payphones looking down from the wall. A note on the tied tokens I'd have able to strike. Use change. I'm not going to do that. A giant aspirin on a pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is a picture chilling next to the radio. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. I'm gonna forget this to do list, aren't I? Hey Kim, you doing okay, buddy? You seem to be following me. Nothing, just an observation. He's looking for the right words. A distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. What do you mean, distinctive? I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a casual observation. In the 50s, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move the big Is my brain okay? Yeah, no, that's actually pretty reasonable. This is part of why we have terrible captions on. But, yeah, I didn't intend this to happen twice in a row. See? If I have to, the problem is I don't have any additional amounts that I can boost it to that are funny. Okay, okay, so what I've learned in the last few seconds is I walk funny. And and I've got glasses that make me less dramatic. I might need to limit Donkey Kong, actually, because it was supposed to be more expensive enough that it wouldn't be an issue, but actually I should probably limit it to one per stream while I'm at it. I'm sorry to do this live on air, but yeah, probably should prevent that from happening too much. Just give me a quick second. All I'll change is that it's limited to one per stream, but unless it's... Wait, wasn't it already? Give me a second. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a cooldown on it of 1 hour. That's probably a good compromise rather than just locking you out of it completely. So yeah, only one Donkey Kong per hour now. But, you know... It's better than me that is just because otherwise it's going to get too much. Especially in a text-based game. I usually trust you to be quite good about these things, but yeah. So I found a postcard. Kim says I walk funny. A man has been sitting here listening to the radio. And I got some medicine, which means I won't die now. They say it's a scene clearing technique developed from one of your lieutenants from gathering evidence. I've forgotten how to do a French accent. One of your lieutenants were gathering evidence. It's erratic yet thorough. Prioritize containers. Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting. That's racist? No, it's not. Why containers? I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. Interesting that I got a conversation. Good old Kim. He does his kimming. Time to go up some stairs. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep. Thanks, loading screen. Oh, hello. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Veracol Citizen Militia is clearly visible on it. Look, Lieutenant, somebody left their cloak behind. Yes, it was probably you. It looks at you. Does it bear the RCM insignia after all? You think I should get it? The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I know. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. Well, what does coat do? Police coat made from heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature white rectangle of the RCM covers the garment's back. Okay, this gives me whatever shivers is and police-ness, which is actually, to be fair, exactly what my jacket gives me, but just with one better thing. I'm a cop now. This is the face of the law. I'm not sure why he would leave it here in particular. As well as getting, obviously there's also bits I can't quite get to yet. Collecting rainwater. Can I go down this way? No, I don't seem to be able to. Okay. There's a box here that I just can't quite access. I'm presuming this is just because this is a new area, but... At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Oh, I've been here then, huh? Okay, oh, is that just going in this bit? Hold on. This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name of the door reads René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes yourself. Sit down and have a breather. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat. Kim, I'm going to have a quick look inside. If you must. The lieutenant looks around, but please hurry, we're pretty easy to spot up here. Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organised. There's a framed photograph on the table. Photo of a happy couple. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in the street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned and dressed in a Royal Carabiner outfit uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera. Why did you take that? The lieutenant asked, glancing at the photo. Something about this man piques my interest. I think it's going to be a side thing. Fine, he nods. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here. I need to have a quick sit down as well. The chair is not as astir as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat. £20 worth of cigarettes. I haven't actually read all of them. I think I've read maybe one. The chair is not as astir as the rest of the booth. Oh yeah, and I should actually move my water glass because it's blocking the chat right now. I'm using my phone again because my tablet's been garbage recently. The chair is not as astir as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. Breathe deep. Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate. I can just keep breathing. Search for a little something to help you out. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date. Okay, would you mind if I help myself some meds? I am about to die. Lieutenant shrugs. I'm not here to tell you what to do, detective. You take the painkillers. They are yours now. Oh. Oh, I got a lot of morale somehow. Charges. Read the side effects. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse. Don't think about that. Think about something else. Disco, mirror balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat. The imagined dazzle of the night overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco. Okay, so... Well, I've healed up, so number one, I'm gonna quickly save the game because... number one, I just... I should really do it over this. No, that's the start of the stream one. That's not smart. No, I'm trying to lower my number of saves a little bit. But yeah, let's this photograph. I've just stolen someone's wedding pictures, basically. I'm a cop. But yes, it's a lot of these. I'm working on my inexplicable feminist agenda. My lonesome long way home and my Guillaume de Million. Ooh, did I level up? No, I don't think I did. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Cool for analysts, pure rationalists, obviously logicians. Logic allows you to analyse the living daylights out of the case, and then you piece evidence together, detect inconsistencies in statements, and impress everyone with your astonishing conclusions. It's the bread and butter of many a detective. At high levels, logic is solving the most complicated puzzles. You'll be very proud and thus susceptible to intellectual flattery, for those blinded by their own brilliance often miss important clues. With low levels of logic, you're going to have a hard time solving even the simplest puzzle. Even if you find the pieces, good luck putting them together. I'm going to try and stick to the ones that I've got, because otherwise I will be here all day. There's a lot of them. So it'll be the ones I've got right now, and it'll be the ones that just got suggested, which are Shivers and Half-Light, which actually I probably do need to understand. Like, a lot of... Like, a few of these are a bit confusing. I will probably read those ones actually while I'm at it. Visual calculus is the it lets me reconstruct crime scenes and to make laws of physics work for the law. It's good for forensic scientists, tactical fighters, and math-minded people, and is the one that I rolled at the start of the game. Visual calculus verses you not only in the laws of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create the virtual crime scene models in your mind's... Pardon me? In your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass, and from that trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footprints, and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as the height, weight and gender of the one who wore them. At high levels, visual calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your mind diorama you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. Okay, so I'm not actually sure what volition is quite. Hold yourself together to keep morale up. Okay, no, I get that. Volition urges you to be a good guy, to others and to yourself. It enables you to resist temptation, be it in a bottle between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel which promises oblivion. Ooh, crikey. Maybe I should have put a content warning on this, actually, being that last time's was quite... Okay, warnings to everyone who missed last time. There was some stuff... there was some stuff about, like, the protagonist potentially having some suicidal ideation. If you don't want to see that, maybe be aware that might happen. That might come up again. But I should have put that in the title, really. Because that's one of the few things I didn't expect in this game. Like, violence? Yeah, no. I was expecting the cop game to have violence. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale on the 2 health pools in the game. Oh, that's health. Oh, I need that badly so I don't die. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you'll have little morale, without you profoundly unstable cop falling apart at the seams and you make irreversible mistakes. I understand what you're saying, Minerva, but I know people ask, that is a potential thing that can trigger some people. I don't want to be particularly going into that without. I think people miss the point of content warnings and trigger warnings. It's not to avoid. It's not that someone should be avoiding those things all the time. It's that they can prepare themselves for them. If somebody was gonna there, my tongue got completely destroyed there. But yeah, the reason I provide that is not it is so that people can prepare themselves before watching any of the videos, not so they can necessarily just not watch them, although that is of course a valid option. Nobody has to watch any of my stuff if they don't want to. But yeah, it has to be just brace yourself, this will come up. This does cause problems with me because I don't have any major triggers of that sort. I've also heard that some people who have some plural people have fronting triggers, where people with multiple personalities will essentially end up swapping personality, for want of a much more complex explanation, and that can give people a real nasty headache. Yeah, Doki Literature Club, despite its issues, does warn you very carefully. You cannot get into that game without seeing that content warning. They are quite strict about it, actually. Which is good, because that game goes some fucking places. Anyway, Inland Empire. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life. Call for dreamers, paranormal investigators, mental creators. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world of fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation, if you're not thrown the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? Okay, so yeah, no. I definitely feel like I read that one at some point. Suggestion. Okay, so I'm just going to skim through these quick. Yeah, logic is that. Call your knowledge produce fascinating trivia. Rhetoric, practice the art of persuasion. Rigorous intellectual discourse. Oh no. Play the actor, lie and detect lies. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Empathy, understand others, work your mirror neurons. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. Esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41, understand cop culture. Esprit de corps is the very spirit of policing, the copgeist. Enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing to and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without esprit de corps, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks colleagues make in high-stakes situations, remarks that might just save your life. I mean, as a cop, it's probably quite important to understand how cops work. But I'm not taking that shit. The whole benefit of me being a cop that's just lost my memory is that I don't have to act like a flipping cop, in my opinion. That's the appeal of the story. Anyway, yes. Suggestion. Cool for diplomats, charmers, and sociopaths. Oh, no. Yeah, this is charm men and women. Play the puppet master. I'm so sorry there isn't a vote. The problem is I had to boost physical instrument just to get through this, so I feel like randomizing these stats will possibly stonewall me in this game. I'm not sure I can actually do that and win. There's a few as well where it's like authority or spirit decor, where I want to do a second playthrough where I'm a nasty fascist bastard man just to see what the game does when you choose the wrong choices. I also kind of at this point want to do a like just full-on Inland Empire cryptozoologist run. But my problem is I've not got high enough psych to go much into Inland Empire right now, and if I get another chance to boost, I probably need to go with Volition just so that I don't die every time I lose some things. But yeah, I might actually be playing in cop mode to see what the differences are at some point. But yeah, suggestion is that. Endurance, take the blows. Yeah, that's your health, I'm presuming. Unfortunately, both of my high stats, the ones that don't give me health, which is not very good. Pain threshold. Shrug off the pain. They'll have to hurt you more. Flex powerful muscles. Enjoy healthy organs. Physical instruments, I think, is like strength, right? Call for muscle men, bare knuckle brawlers, and gym teachers. Physical instrument is not only your muscles and your skeleton, it's your ability to use them effectively. Maybe you push-ups, sit-ups, knockout punches, and 360-degree spin kicks. It's a one-size-fits-all solution to thriving and surviving in a physical world. At high levels, physical instrument breaks doors, chains, and bones, and makes you laugh at the namby-pansies who can't. You'll be manned up, encouraging others to curl iron until they're manned up too. At low levels, however, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who isn't infirm or already dead. Indeed, engaging in the physical confrontations could leave you in either state. Is Inland Empire cop mode? Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to be a conspiracy theorist nut job. That's that's my goal in life. Electrochemistry is good for high flyers, party enthusiasts, cops who need lightning. This is the drug one, I'm presuming, right? Yeah, that's using drugs a lot. Shivers. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Cool for city lovers, the wisest of the streetwise, the genuinely supernatural. Shivers come when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. It enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong in the streets. It's a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. Scenes across the city happen in front of you. But who is speaking to you? At high levels, shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world. As you listen to the city, you don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With a low shivers, though, you will seldom hear the city speaking to you. If you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? Oh, that one's a cool one. Conspiracy theorism is not generally the issue with the police force that I'm aware of. I'm kind of trying this run. I'm kind of going like, I want to be very good at the detective worky stuff. I like the idea of not leading into the cop stuff that much yet. Apart from detective stuff, I like the idea of being not the. I don't know if cops have a problem with conspiracy theorism. Like, they work for the government. Surely they would not be as keen on that if they thought the government was concealing stuff. Like, that does seem like a contradiction to me. But I kind of associate a lot of conspiracy theorists nowadays are just like anti-Semitism in disguise, which sucks. But Shivers and drugs might help being a detective, potentially. Shivers I might actually go into. Like, that actually sounds real good. I was going to go Inland Empire, but I might not be able to really cope with that. Can you boost your whole stat? No, that's probably for the best. Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Like this one, not doing that. I'm not threatening people. That doesn't sound like fun. Cool for high-strung investigators. Shoot now, ask questions later, cops. Surprise haters. Half-light is your fight or flight response. Enable you to sense the way situations are about to turn. Injects palpable fear into your heart. Fear that urges you to act before it's too late to act ever again. Fear that makes you frighten others. It is the aggression that lets you squeeze every last drop of information out of a witness. At high levels, half-life makes you half-light. I said half-life there. Speaking of which, I really should play Half-Life 2 at some point on stream, just to compare it to the other game. At high levels, Half-Light makes you ultra-attuned to the world. It is perpetual fear of your own shadow, of someone else's name or scent. You'll be ready, always, to pounce and physically interrogate passers-by. At low levels, however, you'll find your survival instinct is lacking, and your methods limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to just go through these. I think savoir-faire I'm confused about, so I might read the details of that. Hand-eye coordination, is that just? Hand-eye coordination, yeah. Interaction between you and things that fly in the air. Needs you to catch coins from mob bosses, shoot straight, and understand firearms immediately. Okay, so this is a combination of my shooting and my hand-eye coordination in general, to be fair. Perception is about noticing things. Reaction speed is, I've seen that, that's just how fast I can react to things like in conversation and such. Savoir-faire. Sneak under their noses. Stun with immense panache. Cool for acrobats, thieves, unbearable show-offs. Hello. Savoir-faire urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco. Slip by others in Sumerian boxing style, then tumble out the back with unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move silent footsteps, to groove to a good beat, and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. Also makes you a cooler cop, whose athletic fare will certainly impress the citizenry. At high level, savoir-faire will make you the king of cool, which is much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revocol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they get the full treatment, whether they want it or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop, unable to catch a pair of keys thrown by your partner without losing an eye. I think this is like the rogue stats, for want of a better word. It's cool. I'm glad that that's already kind of high because of my motorics. Interfacing, master machines, pick locks and pockets. I love this icon. All of them are really good, but this one, just, you get the sense of what this character is doing, just feeling things. It's great. Machinist, tinkerers and instrument players. Yeah, no, I get that's basically what I think it would be. And composure is about poker face. Okay. So it's a bit interesting. Some of these I wouldn't expect to be in the categories they are, in truth. But honestly, this game is really good. But yes, my it just went wild. Fuck yeah. Honestly, so much talent has gone into this game. Just in. Can I? No, these ones are just too far away. It kind of irritates me that I can't do that, but like, yeah, I get it. You can't. White pine trees are printed on the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. All around you, great machines in quintessence. I've not seen most. I don't know what complete thought cabinet diorama is, but I'm fairly sure I haven't. I've been mostly unspoiled in this, to the best of my ability. I say that. I failed. I know many things. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. KVALSUND. Kvazund means whale fjord in Arden. Yeah, like, I've seen stuff written on lockpicking. I'm not quite a I'm not like an expert in lockpicking by any means, but I understand the basic, like, how to do it stuff from, like, Tumblr posts and stuff. Like, I'm a writer, I'm allowed to know things. Oh good, more drug. Good, now that's nice, because it means now I won't die instantly if I get into another fight. Because I keep forgetting I can hold shift to run. That would be really helpful to use. Huh. Be good to use the mechanics of your game. Huh, Zoe? Oh wait, oh no. I tried to do tab and shift at the same time and realised that no, I've got a minor issue with that. Is he walking the whole way? Are you... Detective? Each picture thought it's actually part of the same giant picture. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I can't get up there. Thanks, detective. Pretending I don't know the name of. You really helped me out there, buddy. Real helpful, bud. Fucking detective arsehole over it. Yeah, I feel like lockpicking is a skill that is good to sort of know vague stuff about so you can get into things if you really, really need to. But also, it's a bit terrifying that locks are as easy to get into as they are. A rustling control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Aluma and Indentory are faded with use. To maintain the large crane above, a container is attached to its hook block. Or on, Intendere off. On. Loud grind, the crane shifts overhead. Massive container. Drop the container. Ease and time, yeah. Right, this is worryingly. When the surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbour sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again now that his purpose has been fulfilled. Understood. Let's get back to the panel. The rusty control panel grows warm to the touch, then grows cold. It is finished. A faint smell of burning rubber reaches your nostrils. A short circuit. I can't see how that was worth the ruckus. He looks at the crate, except for seeing the crate in action, which I admit was satisfying. The crane does not return to the original position. It doesn't move at all. Yeah, because I just pressed the turn off button. I turned it off. The chat, I cannot encourage lockpicking. According to Twitch terms of service mean I probably can't do that, right? I'm presuming that's the thing they do, Adam. Before you stands a little car container, just one of many in the yard. Kim, I think there's something about this container. You do? Because I don't. What? Why not? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? I was hanging from the crane. You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with the car container. We're not here to interact with the containers. We're here to talk to the Union, right? No reply. This is sport as much as it is a housebreaking tool. Yeah, no, I get that. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. Attempt to turn the handle to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. What do I do now? What a shame. Ooh. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Money! Usually illegal? That's interesting to know. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be universally illegal. I was presuming more that it would be part of breaking and entry, but the speaker tower is some. There's no work to organise in the yard below. Yeah, like, oh, the musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Ooh! Faln Ultra Series gloves. Let's have a nosy at these. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Faln Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Interesting that they boost half-light. Pop it on. Might as well. There's no reason not to until I find better gloves, in truth. If there's no disadvantage, it's just sort of like, put them on. Ah, I see, there's the license stuff. Yeah. Presume they do probably have a good record of who bought a lockpick recently, right before a lockpick was used. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Sings container, container, container. The badass sags at the weight of rain and snow. White rags on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice the Ubi from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisoft. Sick. On Monday.
Container, container, used to be Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he hasn't noticed you. Hi.
Everett, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
He smiles.
I see you're not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes a look over his kind face. I'm not keen with either. What is it on you and people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What are you doing with the containers? Oh, I'm just making some covers for the containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. He waves at the containers towering behind him. What's going on here? Look at the amount of containers rising behind him. Wow, good job. Everything's so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder. Wow, red's so much prettier than drab old green. Cop is not. He's not a scab. He's not. Sure it is, mister. Sure it is. Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green. Surely, mister. Sure it is. Leo looks around merrily. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I hate to bring this bonding moment, but the red containers means they're replacing the company livery with a union livery, which means this strike isn't going to stop anytime soon. You're UB, right? Oh yes, born and raised in Elysium, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent, took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, all due was my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know that there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumours. It's interesting that there are definitely direct parallels. I'm not sure if this world is entirely our world, but there's definitely parallels. Like, this guy is quite blatantly Scottish. The stereotypes that he's referencing are Scottish stereotypes. The accent is very Scottish. It also implies that Scotland has sunk into the sea, which, that sucks. But, this is also, that's an interesting thing, actually. Which country you think has sex with sheep tends to vary where you're from. Wales seems to be given, I think it's Wales and Ireland in America get the, no, sorry. It's the way, in England, Welsh people are seen as the sheep sexers. In America, it's Scottish people for some reason. Possibly because Americans can't tell the difference between Welsh and Scottish people, to be fair. Or at least some of them can't. And then there's also New Zealand, who also seem to have somehow picked up a completely separate sheep shagging stereotype. The punishment for fucking a sheep was less than for... Well, yes! Sheep are expensive! It's not nice to fuck a sheep without asking, but you don't have to replace it afterwards. Ugh. To be fair, like, I've been to Wales and there are a fuck ton of sheep. Like, we're just driving around, there's sheep fucking everywhere. Ugh. These countries don't have the stereotype come from nowhere, but, like, simultaneously, there's, yeah. Anyway, I should be playing a game, right? Thanks for clarifying that, sir. Where is everyone? The harbour is empty. Well, most of the guys are down in the gates. Even the scouts are looking in. He leans with a confident look. We're on strike. The whole unit is. You don't have to work if you're on strike. I haven't worked for 2 months now. So, no one is working? Not everyone down there is, of course, he chuckles. Mr. Rat's in his office where he always is. This accent's gone all over the place. What's this one? Is this Scottish still? Look, there's a reason I don't like to do accents, and it's because I'm bad at them. Not everyone is there, of course, he chuckles. Monsieur Vat is in office when the orders is, and Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. I meant there were literally fields of sheep everywhere. See, they weren't fricking, as I... All Scottish viewers have left the chat. Look, okay, so if I actually do an accent that is genuinely offensively bad, do tell me and I will stop. I'm trying to do accents that are actually emulating the voice actors that are showing up for the most part. But obviously some of them I will not do if I am smart enough. But some of them I'm trying, like... There are others which I'm going to give an attempt. But if they're genuinely bad, please tell me. Because I don't actually want to upset people. You need to take it farther. Look. But Tyson's boys got in some drunken trouble, and Vat didn't want a nice vacation. A few weeks or so. He stops but seems eager to tell you more. Aberdeen. It's hard to... The thing is, my Scottish accent blends... All my Scottish accents blend together, because I know there are different Scottish accents in truth. But also, they blend together with, like, Irish and Welsh sometimes just out of nowhere, which is terrible, because that's not even vaguely the same bloody thing. I don't know how it happens. The Aberdeen. If I say Aberdeen, it gets me right on the right track, I hope. But Tyson boys got in some drunken trouble and Art sent them on a nice vacation for a week or so. He stops. But seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into? Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. He smiles and leans closer. Him and his boys stirred something up in town. Probably drank too much and got in a fight or something. I heard Mr. Art telling them to take some time off. Really, what did they actually do? I guess the boys got to get too rowdy and had to let out some steam. Don't really know the details. Just how boys are, you know. I have to chuckle. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school. Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hardies. He looks to you for assistance. Have I gone Irish? God damn it. How does that happen? Fuck. Look. Look, all of my voices are... I feel like I'm pretty decent at doing voices, but it's the consistency that I really struggle with. Like, unless I've done a voice extensively, like as a particular thing, I will fuck it up constantly. And... Little Belfast, Glasgow. I'm definitely not doing the right one. I mean, Ireland I do more like this. I think it's because, to be fair, this is a really bad Irish accent. Like, this is at least 3 different types of island at once. It's not good. Look at him. He's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill them? It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Okay. So rhetoric doesn't think this is going to be correct. So I'm... Yeah, no, keep on track. Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of fight did you get into? Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving and words are spewing forth. Words, and look, even more words. This guy can go on until the end of days. Ah, a man after my own heart. North Island. Here's the thing, I would have to practice more, and I don't particularly feel there's not generally much benefit in practicing accents unless you're going to actually do them regularly. And I don't know if I will, in truth. Like, I got really good at a few voices because I did them for D&D characters, but even them I lost a little bit. Like, honestly, the fact my Scottish is so consistent is because I accidentally made a Scottish dwarf. I tried very hard to not make that dwarf Scottish, and I failed. They just ended up Scottish anyway. Oh, dear. Do you work here? Yes, everyone needs a job. Glasgow. Aberdeen. Everyone needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Belloc. Everyone calls me Leo. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. I like Mr. Everett's right-hand man. When Mr. Edgard was out of town. And Mr. Edgard's right-hand man when Mr. Everett was away. He chuckles. Anyway, Miss Buford is the right-hand man. But she's a lady. A good hearted chuckle again. Who is this Miss Belford? The lieutenant looks at Leo. A really pretty lady with a skin like those docks are scratched handlebars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done. Me and missus sit down beside the radio. I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much TV doing around here. I'm always busy keeping things funny here. Yes, I am. Philippoot City. Hello, Philippoot City affair yourself. I don't know. This is... Oh. Oh, and who's this Miss Buford you mentioned? Oh, Lizzie. She's a really smart tool. Mr. Everett put them through some fancy school and everything. Nice little ripper. This is definitely going Irish now. Aberdeen. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lordly. He respects that word. That's obvious. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighbourhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everybody. Real pillar of the community. One day, I'm sure. He goes on. If my missus and me was to have a child, I'd be really happy if she turned out like her, but she can't have kids. Dr. Mare said so, and he knows all about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Oh, dear. My viewership is dropping as they realise how bad my accents are, and I love it. To be fair, I had an absurd number of viewers to start with. What the frick? I bet Twitch was lying to me. So I've trained a lawyer named Miss Buford. Interesting. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Give it up, Leo. The lieutenant smiles at the little man. Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. You didn't think it was possible, but his smile becomes even wider. Sometimes I feel like some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for him here, but you guys are alright. Oh. 9 down to 6. It was like 11 at one point. Like, without a raid, that's one of the highest numbers I've gotten for just... That's one of the highest numbers I've got without having a raid come in. So, usually I get like 5 people, and I don't care about numbers that much, in truth. But, like, it's nice to see high numbers still. It makes you feel like you're doing a good job, or that a load of people have come to see Disco Elysium. Either way... Woo. Blem. Ooh, woo. Oh dear, everyone's doing it. Everyone's messaging me. I'm trying to find my... How do I... Oh, get rid of the wooblems. There we go. No, don't turn off follow only chat. Whoops. I misclicked, sorry. Ray and Zoe Legend. What does that mean? Oh dear. I don't know. Did I turn up? It's not showing followers only mode being turned off on one screen, so I have to make sure that's definitely off. Yeah, that's definitely off. Good. I will not play Raid Shadow Legends unless I can be a real prick about it. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? Oh yes, he replies excitedly. I leave all kinds of notes myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. What was that about the borscht? Oh yes, I've been talking Edinburgh. Wild borscht in the men every day since the strike started. The little guy chuckles merrily. Very, very good. Makes a man feel so wide and happy. He shakes his head with a wide smile. I feel like I can take on Mr. Ellington's boiled dogs every time our lunch is done. What do you mean? I feel like this is maybe wasting my day quite heavily. You mean taking this soup to the men? Is he ever striking? Yes, I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling rags. Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. Hey, makes it the whirling? All the whirlings cook makes it. And Zor's talking with Mr. Mana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Something's off about this bush. I'm going to look into it. Oh, sure, Mr. Sir. The little guy nods. You do that, yes, sir. He didn't mean that. He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he's just nodding along. Oh. Is it? Because that's bad. I definitely don't want that accent to be where I'm going. Edinburgh. I'm from Edinburgh. I can roll my R's. It's good I can roll my R's. No. Also, hi Panda, thank you for calling me out on main. That Edinburgh is quite Northern Irish by accident, yeah. Those accents for some reason blend together, and I don't know why. If I was a better voice actor, if I actually understood what I was doing with my mouth, rather than just sort of going on instinct, I'd probably be able to work out what my issue there is, but I'm a amateur idiot. So, what's that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. Oh, that one. He looks at the container. That should be empty as far as I know. Yeah, that's very Northern Irish, isn't it? Yeah, this is Ireland. It's a bit Northern Ireland. Not sure why that's happening. Edinburgh. I'm David Tennant, and I like to play Doctor Who. That wasn't even the right Scottish accent. Well, that one, he looks at the container. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Told you. I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union. Oh, you won't really serve for it then. He's awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They lived in their entire lives in this here neighbourhood. That's definitely Irish now. What the Faye Paisley. Oh god, Scottish people. I love you. Take me away from my garbage country. Awfully nice fellow, is. Him and his Edinburgh brother are nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighbourhood. He coughs and then continues immediately. Guys like Mr. Everett, Mr. Edgar, his brother are real good guys. Made by Martinez is what it is today. But that one was weird. That one weird places. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school. We did when we were boys. He's now no. I just don't know where to find this man. Well, Mr. Everett is always in his office, of course. Points at the two joint containers. You're right. Okay, I'm off. Bye bye now. Returns to his work. Good God, that was so long. Anyway, now I'm going to investigate what the broche is. It's probably just borscht. I like the idea that I'm picking up a load of just completely useless ones. Oh yeah, just... Oh wait, can you name your saves? Because I might be... I feel like I might be doing this wrong. Anyway. Oh, crap. Oh. Look. Bold of you to assume that either of us can move anywhere. We have... Nobody in this country has money anymore. The country in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. Ah! I remember this fella showing up a lot. A taxidermy fish that tells time. Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. With a mixture of expectations and impatience. Well bottled. Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsaragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debargeurs Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you and then the chair. Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good. He thinks I'll do my best. He thinks I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? I'm getting some seriously bad vibes from that name. Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Good. Glasgow seems good. The problem is I'd be an English person trapped and surrounded by a bunch of Scots, and that could end with my death. Because I'm a pansy piece of shit. Thanks, Mr. Dubois. I can see a reason. Try to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debargeurs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Ooh. The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Garte. Some people have no manners. Pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a large novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge. We'll call an ambulance. Thanks. God. Fuck that. If it turns out Meat stabbed Minerva and then didn't call an ambulance, I will be very amused.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with the cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He puts it again. Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it. Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the check again. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it. Am I taking a bribe right now? Because I feel a bit like I'm taking a bribe right now. I need the money.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No, it's cool.
Cool? Wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Oh, I'm delivering it, okay. Who stabbed someone outside a sports bar? That's a... Who does that? Dick move.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Oh, he knows too much.
Lost gun, lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun. Lost gun. Lost gun. Fuck. Gosh! The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two worlds escaping its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Oh dear. It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. The chair... Oh no! Took the novelty check. Didn't say thanks. The chair is killing you. Don't panic. God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are going to shoot themselves with it. So what? Make her cry too. You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Fucking again! What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Yes, constantly. Maybe you could use your hand somehow in a kind of throwing motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois. Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
Kim, no!
What an odd demonstration of... Huh? You got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time.
Harry
and I'm an
Dubois.
extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
It wasn't a Vorchair panda. It was an Estine controlled chair. Don't question it, please. Actually, here's the thing: Terry the Autons has bad special effects, but it's actually quite fun. Because you get things like the Doctor being strangled by a phone cord, and the Master just repeating the... just being there like, I'm just doing the same plot as last time. But now I'm here.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
It doesn't have a digestive tract, so vor is debatable. Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. You call me Mr. Dubois. Why? Of course, let's dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett. I call you Harry. So that's really my name. My God, though it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesia cop, aren't you? He shrugs with an amazed expression. What are the odds of that? I think the odds of that, he looks at you, are very low. Might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first. My memory's fine, I'm just testing you. So, good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources are wrong. Wow, that was the wrong accent. Wrong. He pats the brown folder in front of him. However, if you did have a spot of bad memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder. Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter, no harm done. It's just a brown folder, you can't make out what's written on it. Are you trying to tell me that you've got hold of some of our documents? The lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles. Neat. Here's the thing. You're all dragging me way off course with this game, but like for the record, there is a 7th Doctor Courts episode. It's a story, I should say. I'm trying to remember the bloody name of it. For some reason it slipped from my mind. But it did feature a character called the Candyman, who looked so much like Bertie Bassett that they can't make action figures of him without getting sued. Pretty much. Or at least they couldn't for a long period of time. The overall Happiness Patrol. It was the Happiness Patrol. It was a criticism of the Margaret Thatcher government made during the Margaret Thatcher government. It's a mess of an episode, but it's a ruddy laugh to watch a man fight Bertie Bassett. And the Margaret Thatcher stand-in has a weird little dog. 80s Doctor Who is very mixed. Are you trying... I've already got this one. Mr. Kutsaragi, would you mind? His eyes never leave yours. Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. I should have taken my sunglasses off. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first. Well, I've already read some shipping folders, so actually... Drama time. Yes! Thank fuck. As you look at the folder, Everett covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you, because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet. God damn, I have not watched the Happiness Patrol in ages. It did not stick in my mind very well. That's not an RCM folder. Okay, Harry, you got me, he says, grinning. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them. You got the name from your Census Bureau and everything else from your actions here in Martinez. Yes, Mr. Kutaragi. From the Census Bureau, like I said. He looks annoyed. Now, I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry? That means he doesn't really know anything about you. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Panda, I need you to explain whatever referring theme of cannibalism means, because the only time I can think about actual Well, no, that wasn't actual cannibalism. I know that in one of the audio adventures it was revealed that Silurians eat people, and that seems to have become canon in the modern series, although more implied than actually explored much outside of Madame Vastra eating criminals. Because of course she does. But outside of... But I don't really think there's much actual cannibalism, because it's quite hard to... Mickey got vored by a bin, yeah, that happened. But that was, again, it's the Autons. I think this is more of an Auton problem than a show problem thus far, based on the evidence presented. Autons are into 4. So I don't think, to be fair, I'm not sure if that bin became the duplicate or whether the duplicate was a separate thing, but it's kind of funny to think that the bin became Mickey. Duplicate Mickey just comes out from behind a corner. They already had one. That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being. So the Census Bureau says, and my name is Harry Dubois. Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. Look, lasers cost a lot of money. Sometimes you gotta punch instead. It's easier. Like, you can't go around chopping your hand in half all the time just to do a thing. It's... To be fair, there are stories with Autons outside of the Televites that are kind of more like cameos than, you know, actual Auton-based episodes. But there are only 3 stories which are entirely Auton-focused on TV. There's the original one, which was the first ever John Pertwee Third Doctor story, and it's pretty fucking rad. Standard alien invasion, but with replacing government figures with Autons. And also the scene of them smashing out of the windows in Rose is basically just in that episode as well. Rose is the other one, where they used the Autons as a nice, cool, recurring element. The nesting consciousness looks completely different, but and the Doctor just straight up finishes with murder. That's an interesting decision. The other one is Terror of the Autons, which was the first episode of The Master. Also, like a season or 2 after the previous Auton story. That is the one where they get really creative with what's made of plastic. So they have the chair that fucking kills a person. They have strangling telephone cord. And I'm going to spoil this. So cover your ears, but their plan is to sell plastic daffodils to everyone, which will then spray plastic in their face, choking everyone. Yeah. As I said, Terror of the Autons, bit of a mess. They also all look like terrifying monstrosities rather than shop window dummies. I don't know why someone made that decision. But yeah, Autons, they're weird. There are a lot of stories that get into. I think one of my favourite ones that I can think of off the top of my head is actually an 8th Doctor audio, which I won't say what it is because it's a spoiler that isn't even an Auton story. And I got it spoiled for me, and that kind of, it ruined the twist of that story, and it was sad. But there's lots of stuff you can do with Autons. Like, they're a really interesting concept. There's a unit audio adventure series where they are trying to give everyone 3D printers, which will then print out Autons, which is very funny because 3D printers don't work that way. But also, like, yeah, no, there's a lot you can do with them. Like, plastic's flipping everywhere. Like, you can do all sorts of shit with it. Like, and yet they've done 3 episodes, one of which involved plastic daffodils. And now they mostly seem to be there to be duplicates because people like to remember the Mickey scene, even though the whole point of the Mickey duplicate was that he looked nothing like Mickey. He was a terrible duplicate. That was the joke. Oh. Let's talk about my... No. Are you going to ask me how I got in? Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry, you spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. I understand. I am a terrifying death machine. Don't worry, Harry. He leans in closer. Between you and me, not a huge fan of his race thing. But the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. I dislike. Anyway, I assure you, I'm a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get a chance to request it. Classic cop move. I'm looking into your shady brew. I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There's so many moving parts in my operation. I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. He reconsiders. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier. He sincerely has no idea what you're talking about, and he doesn't care either. I love that I can just investigate things that are completely mundane dead ends. It's amazing. Let's talk about my lost gun. Okay, I'm going to have to go down this path, aren't I? Yes, your lost gun. His face turns serious. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. He winks at you. It's just a matter of time and effort. The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage? Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back, and working with him might be the only way to do it. Let's just ask him outright. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? Damn it, Harry, that's exactly what it means. He turns to the lieutenant. I'm only kidding, of course. Of course. Of course, the lieutenant replies dryly. I understand. We help you, you help us. What is that container that's hanging outside your office? My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them. There's something special about it. It is attached to the Couvrzard crane. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch, he says with the fondest of smiles. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you. Smooth-talking? Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it. Oh, it's this container, is it? I saw someone on stream get into this container. I'm probably not going to be able to in this playthrough, but... Oh boy, the container's a weird one. I want to talk about the hanging. Of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Marseille. He nods. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help. Like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret the lynching is connected to the strikes. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. I sense there's a but. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open. Why am I going German all of a sudden? German. Is it a container full of sheep? I will not spoil that container if you don't know what's in there already. But that's one of the few things that really stuck with me when I was sort of skim watching things. It was this fucker. It was the fridge with the polar bear in it, and it was that container. Like, I don't really remember much of the plot details, thank goodness, which is why I'm enjoying. I want to play this myself, of course, as blind as I can, even if I've seen certain things. But I think if we could just calmly talk to anyone, we can blow things wide open. Yes, that sounds good, the lieutenant says with a slow nod. Let's do that. But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. Suddenly he slaps himself on the forehead. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors. Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines? I'm not sure I understand. He looks at the union boss. You're asking us to break down someone's door. It's not going to happen. Come now. I just need you to go and lock a little door for me. And leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it. Oh. Why don't you just open it yourself? Harry, I'm a very busy man. And more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. He slams his fists together. You look like you could run around all day. You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you. I repeat, I am a very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi. And therefore I must occasionally enlist outsider help. He turns back to you. So what will it be, Harry? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Harry, my dear friend. He sinks deeper into the chair. I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Is this man talking like men to each other? Is he flirting? Look, the thing is, I'm doing the voice acting, so, if he's coming across flirtatious, that's partly my fault, I think. I'm not a professional voice actress. Whose door is it? Oh, no one. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. What do you mean by a weasel? A loud, blabbering weasel. When weasels feel like no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. He removes his glasses and rubs his nose. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. He puts his glasses back on. Ugh. He does not mean otter, he means weasel. He means snitch. He wants us to go in dangerous. Now. It says for now. I feel like this quest is one of the ones that I have to accept to continue the story. Do not tell me if that's wrong, but I'm gonna do this. Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done, and we can take our friendship to the next level. He flicks his fingers. You can get the key from Manana. He's down. Manana. He's down by the gate. Manana's like a free agent in the Union's special operations. Hardened socialist. Free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. He smiles, obviously satisfied with how well he planned it all out. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Well, I'm gonna leave now. We might talk again later. Wait. He leans, reaches into his drawer and pulls out a plastic card. You need this to get out. Get in and out through the gate. Great, we won't be stuck in. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry. I'm a Union. And I've got a giant novelty check. This 20 times 50 centimeters check was meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. It supposedly exchanges for 25 real at your local fruit store. Below the number, a careful hand has written the words, Constable's rent. All of it. Note. Worthless in a pawn shop. And also, he's asked me to open the door. I feel like I might need to use the toilet quickly. Quick bio break. Be going for a decent amount of time. I should probably not leave us in this room because he's typing quite loudly. Come on. Kim, let me out. Timothy. Kim. Let me... Where's the... I forgot how to get out of here. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Not remembering how I got in here. That's smart of me. Yeah. I get the feeling this man might not like me very much somehow. He's very... It's an interesting character to try and get a read on, I'd say. I'm going to try and get us to a place where the music's nice, so I can do a bio break without having to put on too much background music. Oh, autosave. It's not even a fifth of bio, yeah. I'm not actually sure. Oh, whoa. You see, I need a bit better rhetoric to get in here. It's literally impossible for me to do it. It's a retriable check, but... Oh, double six always wins, apparently. So I would literally, to win this, have to roll a double six. It's impossible otherwise. So, I'm not going to do that I'm not going to do that right now, understandably. I might do it in a future playthrough, but I don't think my rhetoric will ever be that high, in truth. My version of a man who is supposedly called Harry, who can't go down bloody stairs. Harold! Harry! Well, I'm glad I can call him Harry now, because at least... Again, I think the man only sounds horny for me because that's how I do voices. But I've accidentally made a horny man. It wasn't intentional. Yeah, now I've got the key to get in and out. I can maybe not have to go this way every time. I'm not actually sure. The wording has so many... this is a very well written game. This is very much an indication of narrative storytelling through the medium of games, and it's very good. It's so good. Okay, right, Manuel's here. Okay, so... I do. Oh, I can't. I do need to just straight up gonna just have to BRB here, because otherwise I will have a bad time. Yeah, what frick it. Have some more British superhero. I will be back momentarily. song's so bloody good. Ah! I really hope I'm using the mic, otherwise that's very awkward. Hello! And turn off BRB. Good. I didn't fuck up. Did I not fuck up? I didn't fuck up. That's a rarity. Terribly sorry. Right, I've got caps lock on. That's interesting. Sorry. And continue. Let's have a talk to Manuel. My other accent I can't do good.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been there, he means. Talk to the boss man too, probably. I don't want to take too much. I don't want to take a side too much. But not in the centrist way. My centrist playthrough is later. Was nice enough. But it's rested on the path leading across open plains. He notes solemnly and turns to you, while a wide smile adorning his face. Alright, talk to the boss, I die. Like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I am set to talk. Ever said you had a key to a door? A key, He runs his fingers through his mustache. What door is this key supposed to open? He said it belonged to a weasel. Oh, say no more, I got you. He taps the side of his nose with a little wink. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Heard something about a weasel, and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Wink. Polar weasel. Oh, I know what you mean. Pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're going to be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse that's behind the whirling rags, that's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. It means we keep out of each other's businesses. Okay, but where did you get the key from? The giant did give it to me. Nice fella. We talked about his life and things like that. Really, truly matter. His gaze was off into the distance. None of this mess. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? He doesn't wait for your answer. To feed our children, I guess. Anything I should know about this task? This weasel person want to be home. He shakes his head. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for. The man takes a big sip from his flask. He means he's not going to tell you, because he doesn't know. But he will shoot off his mouth if you know you're working for Everett. Did my character do a racism? I didn't think I was doing a racism, but I didn't know if I did a racism that would God, I'm there. Why are you striking? We're negotiating our share. Your share? Aye. He seems pleased with himself. How large a share would you like? All of it. However, right now we want all the harbour workers beyond the company's board so they can take part in the decision-making process. This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people and deporting them to a labour camp in the South East Guard, but don't say that out loud if you're a communist. Rhetoric? Rhetoric? Oh, I didn't pick up on the implication of that. That wasn't my intention. Yeah, I fucked up. Oh crap! I'm gonna actually no. I'm so annoyed that I didn't pick up the racism that I'm actually gonna load an autosave quick. God damn it! I'll speed through again, but I did not want to do racism. God damn it! I thought he meant like a literal. My confusion was that I thought he was being like, oh, I picked up that it wasn't a literal weasel. Like Carrie was basically saying, oh, I know that it's not a literal weasel. Which, I'm annoyed that I didn't pick up on the implications of that. Yeah, I thought it was both that he... Yeah, it's... I thought why he said he was wanting to help was that he wasn't a, like, literal polar weasel from the local area. No spoilers. Don't spoil the otters. I genuinely did not realise that was racism, though. Like, yeah. I'm going to blame my autism on that one. Honestly, I do sometimes not catch implications of things. I'm mostly quite good at it, but clearly that situation was not the best. So yeah, I'm gonna do that conversation again and not be racist, hopefully.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
I mean, that's nice enough. I did want to ask about the money, but I'm just gonna get a key. Say it belonged to a weasel, or the wink. It was the wink I missed. I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men. I knew this man was a commie. He smiles, tilting his head. It's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks. Well, I've now undone a racism. What you're looking for is a basement liaison information there. Okay. Where did you get the key from? Yeah, same text again. Anything I know about the weasel person? No. Yep. Why are you striking? We are negotiating our share. How large a share? Yeah. This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labour camp in Southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist. Rhetoric, I don't really agree that that's what the core... Like, everyone's favourite part of communism. The bit where Karl Marx was like, hey, we should put the rich people in a labour camp in Southeast Grad. Just... Are you a communist? No. He pauses, thinking about it. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying, I want it all to myself, is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only thing holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. Harry no stairs. Copulist. Then again, the narrator is these narrators aren't necessarily reliable. This might not be the intended message of it. I did criticize it, but like, maybe that's more Harry does not get what communism is. It's hard to tell. But I'm going to keep... Anyway, yeah. Okay. I don't think I have communist things. Okay, so he doesn't... I don't think he is a communist. I think he's more of a... I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be... I don't know. I don't know how to respond to this, in truth. You shouldn't take what's not yours. That's not... I don't have anything to add to that, is the laughably centrist one. Yeah, I'm going to have to support him. Just the way the world works. By little. Harry does not like shirts. To be fair. The boss man, Everard. What can you tell me about him? I think it's best you make up your own mind now you've met him. He shrugs. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and decent businessman. What does boss in Elysium entail, anyway? I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbour, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own. By that you mean corruption? By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see, this world. The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is personally not too lavish. Libertarian might be the word for it, yeah, Panda. The desk seemed lavish to me. He is reasonably lavish, sure. That is prerogative. It's not like he wants a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all. This man has political theory, and has not failed him today. He seems to spend a lot of time thinking about the political situation. I'm sure I've had the necessity free time. He spreads his arms wide, using the reach to show how much time he has. Unfortunately, there's always time. The look of his brown eyes conjured up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scams, his general attitude. He's a follower of the 500-year-old Franco-Ghanaian Bolero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or travelling herdsman. Choose yourself, independent in your actions, or loyal to your friends. You see, we've just established that he's kind of not a communist. But, like, I don't know. I forget how this works. You don't have to internalize a thought, do you? The word disco is there, is the thing. I don't want to miss out on it if it is communism, but I don't think it's an accurate portrayal of communism if it is. Disco is almost always correct, but maybe I am a bully at No. What if? No. Game just says no. Okay, I'm actually gonna quickly go through that again. No changes, just to get to the same point in the conversation, because I want to see what this one results in. That doesn't sound cool. Sounds antiquated, obsolete per se. It's not disco. A man sits on the railing, his hand reaching far and wide. It feels even wider if need be. An endless torrent of time. Yeah, disco, that was a kind of a non-choice, but it was a very funny non-choice. Any idea who killed the hanged man? A mercenary? He shrugs. Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? He shakes his head solemnly. The harbour is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing? What a thought, he scoffs, looking shocked. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Pushed? How? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. Hold on, what does that mean? He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honourable efforts. Did you kill him? I hate the murdering type. But that's just me. Large organisations like our union have all sorts of men with all sorts of skills. Understood. The lieutenant takes a note. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you. But no problem. I wish the best to you and your such. Sure, I'm glad it's not my such. He takes a sip from his flask. Hey, psst. Who, me? Yes, you. On the street, you're really starting to start building communism again. How come there's word in the street? You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all the people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs, that kind of stuff. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence, don't deny it. You had to rip off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone could see that. So tell me, do you have any question before we fire at the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it? Wait first, what is this communism about? Failure. It's about failure. Failure? Yes, abject failure. Total irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive, 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organised ruling class, towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers, million-headed armies of nations, and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm, and the spin, where the whole world failed, matter failed to bend to human will failed to get out of bed to tie its shoelaces. You alone, single-handedly, will build the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. I'm not sure this is... I guess because I'm more like a vaguely anarcho-socialist person, this description of communism feels a bit melodramatic, maybe, but now get to work, comrade. But I'm not going to be able to pick a much more idealized thing in this, am I? I'm gonna have to go communism. Oh yeah, get rid of the firing squads and the animal wagons. Wait, Forrest, you didn't say anything about those. Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs. Well, it's further and breathe in the pristine air. Machiavellian socioeconomics. Machiavellian socioeconomics. Oh no. I lose visual calculus by being a communist? That's bad. I sad waffle. Yeah, this does feel like a bit of a bad take on communism. This is leaning more into the bad bits than the good bits. Which, I get it. But... people think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right until he woke up today. A spiritual court responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Yeah, I'm not sure quite why looks like reaction. I don't understand why it drops my visual calculus, but look, I've already got most of the skill points, so I'm definitely gonna. Oh wait, do I have to unlock? Okay, so I can't. I guess I don't have enough skill points to... Oh, that's irritating. I guess I need to spend points to... I want to be a... It won't let me be a communist because I've internalized literally everything I've come across so far. But yeah, I'm thinking this communism is... When talking about communism, you shouldn't really ignore the bad stuff that's associated with it, because that's... Otherwise, you will end up replicating those mistakes, right? We don't... I like to think that most people who call themselves communists don't actually want another Stalin, because Stalin was a prick. But yeah, but like, it's lent into it very hard from the get-go. Yeah, you shouldn't ignore the bad stuff, but this is presenting mostly just bad stuff so far, and I think being that this is representative of, like, they do need to be a little bit more nuanced, which this game is usually quite good at, so I'm hoping it gets better, but it's hard, but then, of course, it's hard to tell. Like, most of this game's been fine about that sort of stuff, which means maybe they're deliberately giving you that bad stuff to put off people who would be a bit more squeamish. There's definitely purpose to this, right? Even if it's a purpose that I don't agree with, I just can't tell which it is yet. Anyway, let's talk to this fellow again, I guess.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Fuck you, man. Broke. You did the right thing with Measureheads. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Okay, he's got nothing else to add. Fuck this dude. Fuck you, scab. I'm in the Union now. Oh, here we are. Why are you all hot starling in now? Oh, good, bunny from this back of this. Oh, wait a minute. This is a whole area I've just not gone into. What? Did I just miss this like a dummy? Oh, for Pete's sakes. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. Looks to be reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air by the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revacol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. What did this king do, Encyclopedia? Ah, fuck. What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How do you know what this guy did many centuries ago? Look, we're not going down Hot Stalin again. Just... We're not talking about Hot Stalin. I'm a lesbian. What indentations do What indentations? What do I see? Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the crease. Around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting. Lieutenant, has someone shot the king? Okay. He cleans his glasses before looking up. I can't see it, but I'll take your word for it. What do you think? Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently relegated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Political? It's a king, and he's shot. Why not? He shrugs. What this shows is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them. Sometimes at kings. He takes a note in his notebook. I'll have to go back to that later when I've got more encyclopedia points, I guess. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. The small wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. The photograph is clutched in her hands and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo is an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Let's be a dick.
Wait,
The lieutenant stops before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. Oh dear, I think I just upset Kim. Whoopsie doopsie, I harassed the elderly. It's me, the cop. Why are you so... You're all very pro-statue destruction, huh?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
She puts down the magazine. Does Freed have a warehouse in the back of Whirling in Rags? A warehouse? I don't know, maybe. Don't really care what Freed does. Come on, give me something to work with here. She looks up from under her brow. Fine, Freak doesn't have a warehouse, just a little back room here, okay? She turns back to the magazine without waiting for you to respond. Am I supposed to be exchanging this check? I've forgotten. I've already forgotten. I need to exchange this novelty check for cash. Fuck it. Wow, sir, I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir. She rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before. And slips it under the counter. Anything else I can do for you? No, you don't work for the Union. The Union works for you. By supplying you with cash. Thanks, rhetoric. That was easy. Worryingly so. There's nothing else in this shop that's worth. I mean, I could. Oh, so, oh no! Now she knows. She permanently knows that I've looked at the raincoat. I guess. I thought it was more of a one-off thing. Oh god damn it! What did I fuck up? Fuck! God damn. I did ask. God, shit on it. I've got to relook at this to make sure I know the checks here. I'm so bad at video games. I'm gonna... I think my mind is not like... It's 100, but yeah, my brain is clearly a bit scattered. I'm not sure I'm in the right... I think I've maybe done too much of this for the day. Not too much. I think maybe after I get back to where I was again, I will probably just have to... I think I might need to take a break, basically, and do something that's less brain intensive. By which I mean I'll probably play Dead by Daylight still on stream, because fuck it. But yeah, I still have to go be a communist again, because I've...
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Nice enough. Do. Key to a door. Weasel. I'm just having to skim through all this again. I'm trying to do all the same choices quick. Because I want to make sure I have all the same. I hope, thank goodness, most of my checks are turning out the same as well. Yeah, no, this time I'm doing that one. Yeah, doesn't know. Okay. Yeah. It's word on the street. Mildly left-wing things. What's communism about? I'm the last communist. There we go. And now this time I get an autosave? God damn it. Oh yeah, still got to open the door. I've got the power of communism on my side. And I'm going to go in here. I'm going to talk to a lady about the warehouse. And, you know what, it's not... I need to get the... I want to get the money from, like...
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Don't exchange the novelty check. That's a bad decision. I asked and didn't get. I was too. Did not wait for a thing long enough. Yeah, we need to go check the shot hit the king shooter again, which unfortunately might be rolled differently, which would be a shame, but not much I can really do about that. Here we are, is the music again. Who is this? I'll do the indentations first this time. Why not? What did this king do? Yeah, no, thank goodness it was the same. I like when things don't change, because then I don't feel bad about having relived a save file. God. Harry! Harry's pathfinding can be a bit wonky in places, in truth. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to do the snap of the fingers of the old woman this time, because I kind of didn't want to do that in the first one. I wanted to see what the text said, but, like, I upset Kim. So, I'm not going to harass the elderly, which... this time, I'm just going to rob the elderly. Oh, hey, racist, do you have anything else to say?
Looking for something, Hunt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
I wish I could punch you. Oh yeah, I can't go in that door. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick additional. I'm gonna make sure I handed the check the correct place. And then I'm gonna save and we'll do the chef stuff next time, probably. Which will quite possibly be tomorrow. About that money I owe. Can I pay with this giant novelty check? The cafeteria manager stares at you, baffled. You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and I try to pay with a novelty check? This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand, every single cent. You can cash it as a local treat near the harbour gates, though it might not be enough to cover it. How much do I owe you again? Minerva? Minerva? You know how I just reloaded a save, Minerva? I just reloaded a save to hand this man the check. Yeah, so I guess I was supposed to cash it, huh? Anyway, yeah, I'm... Oh, I pulled my headphones out. Whoopsie doopsie. Just gotta... Oh, fuck. This is gonna be a royal pain in the arse if it doesn't... Need to connect my headphones correctly. Headphone, okay. Yeah, my computer's wonky about headphone plugins, but there we go. I think we're good for now, maybe? I've just noticed the stream announcements, and yeah, all the better streamers have started while I've been online. That might be why my numbers dropped a bit. Ugh. Yeah, no, I will deal with that next time, because at this point, I think my brain is not coping well with Disco Elysium right now, and my throat definitely isn't. So I'm gonna do a game that's gonna be just a little bit less high energy quick. Okay. I'm going to briefly drop the stream because I know that section is the one that has all of the weird copyrighted tunes in. So, I'll streech. I do a streech. Oh, woo. Oh, woo. But yeah, okay. So, I'm going to be swapping to Dead by Daylight. If you don't want to see me murder some people, maybe go watch someone else, I guess. I don't know. Thank you all for watching the stream so far, though. But I can't think good. So, yeah, just going to drop off quickly and then come back instantly. You may need to refresh the page. I'm sorry.